Welcome to the Socialette podcast, where we empower you with the marketing know-how you need to create the business of your dreams. I'm your host, Steph Taylor, and I'm a marketing nerd, Shiraz lover, and passport stamp collector. Join me as I dive into all things small business marketing and deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free lessons every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's get learning. Hey, welcome to episode 91 of Socialette, the truth about Instagram comment pods. This episode is brought to you by Socialette Elite, a community for motivated small business owners who want to learn how to effectively market their business on a budget and make friends in the process. It's one part education, one part action taking, and one part community. Doors close on 23rd of November and they won't reopen until December, so head to stephtaylor.co/elite to join. If you're listening to this after 23rd of November, you can still visit that page, but you'll just need to register your interest and I will let you know the minute doors reopen. Okay, on to the episode. What is an Instagram comment pod? Instagram comment pods became a big thing somewhere around the end of 2016 or the start of 2017 when Instagram changed its algorithm and suddenly people were finding that they got a fraction of the engagement they had before. Comment pods are little groups of around 10 to 20 Instagram users who comment on all of each other's posts in an attempt to game the algorithm and trick Instagram into thinking that their posts are super popular, which in turn would result in the algorithm showing the post to more people. I'm all for guinea pigging new trends, so I actually joined a comment pod at the start of last year, and I'll tell you a little bit about my experience with it at the end of this episode. But first, here are 5 truths about Instagram comment pods. Firstly, Instagram comment pods are a lot of work and there are much better ways to spend your time. The time commitment is going to depend on how many people are in your pod and how many times a day they're posting. But if you've got 20 members posting 2 to 3 times a day, that's 40 to 60 posts that you have to comment on each day. I don't know about you, but I have a business to run. I definitely do not have time for that. Some comment pods are pretty strict and that you have to comment as soon as possible after the person shares their post, which could mean that you have your phone dinging with notifications all day. And when you're getting distracted all day, you're not going to be getting much actual work done. Secondly, Instagram comment pods skew your engagement metrics. Your Instagram metrics are a great way to see what content is resonating with your audience. But if you've got a comment pod adding comments to every single post, how are you supposed to know what's performing well and what's not? And if you don't know what's performing well and what's not, you can't create more content like that. Third, Instagram comment pods are unethical. They're unethical in a few different ways. Firstly, if you're working with brands through your Instagram account as an influencer, then it's definitely not okay. The brands that you're working with will be looking at your engagement stats to see whether you're truly influential or not. Even if you're not collaborating with brands, it's still so deceptive to your audience. The worst one I've seen, however, is social media managers running comment pods for their clients. It might make the client think that they're getting great engagement and great results out of working with you, but chances are they're not getting any real sales from it. Fourth, the engagement looks fake because it is. Comments from a comment pod tend to look so fake because people don't have the time to spend reading your post and genuinely engaging with it. And that's because they have 40 other bloody posts to like and comment on. Fake engagement isn't a good look for your brand. It can really affect whether a potential customer or client trusts you. And as I've mentioned a few hundred times, if they don't trust you, they're not buying from you. Lastly, Instagram is smarter than you. Of course, Instagram knows comment pods exist and they made it pretty clear they're not happy with them by removing Facebook groups that encourage people to join comment pods. So at best, the algorithm might decrease your reach even further as a penalty, and at worst, Instagram might delete your account altogether. Okay, so the big one. Do Instagram comment pods really work? Here's my experience with them. I joined one ages ago with my old business's Instagram account, and I think I was a member for about a week before I realized that way too much time was going into this and that I wasn't getting a whole lot out of it. I honestly didn't notice much of an increase in engagement, if any at all. I wish I'd written down the results, but honestly, the only noticeable engagement I got were the 20 or so comment pod comments that I was getting each day. None from people who were actually going to be potential customers. The comments were so fake that I actually found myself deleting some so that people wouldn't think I'd paid for comments. So the moral of the story here is that if it seems to be too good to be true, it probably is. You're better off spending your time creating content that resonates and that people want to engage with. Okay? Remember to head to stephtaylor.co/elite to join Socialette Elite before doors close. That's it for this episode. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, make sure you do so that you don't miss any new episodes released every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'd love it if you could please take 2 seconds to leave me a quick rating and review in iTunes or Apple Podcasts. Thanks so much for listening. Catch you next time.